Okay. I think you just kind of go.
You go around. But you know, luckily humans are pretty advanced right now. We've invented supercomputers and also a can opener where you can just spin rounds.
Ow, those are for
well,
pansies.
you know.
We got it kind of like the rice, you gotta do it like the cavemen did, all right? Have some pride as a human, okay, Garnt?
This is sticks and stones. If it works, it works.
Oh, wait, it's a little stuck somewhere. I told this story to Chad. Have you ever been really, really curious about, you know how your parents are always like, I'm gonna get a chopstick. You know how your parents are like, oh, be careful of the metal lid.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. Were you ever like, what do you mean dangerous? And then like tempted fate and tried touching the lid?
No.
Oh.
What?
Oh, okay, just me.
No. Yeah, same. So what's your story about it?
So like, you know when you open Coke cans and stuff?
Yeah.
My mom would always be like, oh, be careful, don't rip the whole thing off. Or like, don't stick your finger in there, just drink carefully.
Yeah.
Because it's really sharp. And then when you drink it, you never really get cut or anything because it's kind of impossible. But then I was like, what does she mean by that? What does she mean sharp? When I just drink normally and nothing happens. And I was like, I think that bitch is lying. I didn't call my mom a bitch. I was just like, I think she's lying. I think she's just being overly protective, like she usually is.
How old were you?
Like 9.
Okay.
not like 25 or something. Like 9.
You were sentient, trying to,
Yeah.
getting your own thoughts there.
Yeah. I was like, I'm my own independent young girl now.
Yeah.
So that I was like, I'm gonna test that theory.
Yeah.
And then I opened the can all the way, the little knob. My mom tells me always open it halfway, and then I was like, okay, that's step 1. I didn't explode yet. And then she was like, oh, be careful because you're gonna cut your hand on the sharp edges. And I was like, okay, I'll be the judge of that. And then I was like, I touched it because I was a little scared, and nothing happens because when you touch it, it's fine. And then I was like, I think she's lying. And then I went like, shoop. Because I was like, I think there's a conspiracy theory in these edge of the woods. So I went like this and instantly cleaned like half of them. And I was like, oh, she wasn't lying. She was onto something there. And
Damn.
then all I felt was embarrassment and shame for not trusting her.
Not the pain. It was like, damn,
no.
Should have trusted mom.
All I can think about was how I was going to get the beating of a lifetime if my mom found out. So I was like, oh. She wasn't lying. I really should have trusted her on that one. And then I had to like quickly hide and put that little thingy. And then obviously they notice. And then they're like, what happened? And then I tell them. And then they call me an idiot. I still get the beating. And then I just
They give you the verbal abuse before.
So I was like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Garnt, can you pronounce skeletal? Skeletal.
Garnt, you're British. It's skeletal.
Skeletal?
You're British.
Skeletal?
Skeletal.
Skeletal? What?
That's how the Queen says it, my dear child, okay?
Skeletal?
Skeletal. That's what they always ask. I said the musculoskeletal system, because I forgot what we were talking about. And they were like, huh? And I was like, yeah, the musculoskeletal system. They're like, it's skeletal, Gary. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck is skeletal?
I swear my university professor says skeletal. I swear to you. Okay, it's time to start assembling the curry. Okay. So we need 2 full cups. This is about 2 full cups of coconut milk. Yeah. But for the first half cup, we're going to use this and try to separate the fat from the milk, which is pretty common in Thai cooking. I forgot what I was trying to make the last time, but this was also the same process where they were like, keep boiling it slightly until it starts to separate. Right. And that should be the thin layer like oil that you typically see on massaman curry. So it's not like animal fats or just like stir-fried oil. It should be just coconut oil. We're gonna see if we can do that. The recipe did say if it doesn't happen, it's okay, you can try moving on, but ideally you want to aim for that. So half a cup is like 1/4 of a can.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. When I heard half a cup, I was like, yeah, just chuck that all in, man.
Usually for one can this big, it's 2 cups.
Wow, okay. I'm learning something. What is a cup? How much is a cup?
I cook often enough to kind of know, because this is what a cup looks like, which is pretty much this, but just half of it. So therefore 2 cups.
Okay.
Is a very, very rough like measure of it. Okay, and it's starting to look like it's already like deglazing, and it's like picking up the bottom, the fond. So as it's kind of cooking and separating, we're gonna use our spatula and kind of scratch it. Garnt, be honest, if it's actually really good, for out of pride being your mom's son, would you lie to me and tell me that it's still ass?
What do
be
you
honest
mean?
now.
No, if it's good, it's good.
Tell me.
I'm just a connoisseur of good food. Honestly, I feel like
it's impossible she's gonna get it better.
No. My mom tells me stories that I don't remember. But apparently, when I was a kid, I was pretty brutally honest with my mom's cooking.
Oh dear.
Yeah, apparently she was telling me the story where I was a young kid and my mom like worked all day to cook this dish, and my dad was like, honey, this is delicious, this is amazing. And apparently I take one bite, and I throw the spoon down, and I'm like, Mom, I know you can do better. I have no memory of this, by the way.
It's like literally like, what is that, shokugeki no soma? You're like the gata, and you're like disgusting breast milk, and it's just like, what is this trifling peasant food? That's crazy.
So if it's good, it's good. And my mom can cook. My mom has had some misses before, and I'm not scared to tell her if she has misses.
Yeah, I mean, it's just called trying and experimenting, right?
Exactly.
It's impossible for everything. Maybe she just told you that gaslight you, so you feel bad, so that you wouldn't dare say that shit again. If it does happen, God forbid, she makes something that's a little subpar to your taste. She's like, remember when you were being a dick of a son? You're like, no.
I still am definitely honest with if my mom has some misses. I'm just not as
aggressive
harsh, aggressive as apparently when I was a kid.
That's why I don't think I would. I think the extent that I would be, oh, maybe like, oh, it's not as salty today, you know? And then my mom would be like, oh yeah, no, I know. Or she'll be like, oh really? And that's when I already know. I'm like, that's enough, Gary. Shut the fuck up. Just stop with these. It's not salty enough, and just don't keep going.
Yo, straight up, I once told my mom the food was almost as good as Taco Bell, a Mexican. Yo, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Oh my! How many chanclas did you get to the face? You guys don't want to live. Oh my God. I would never. That's why sometimes Shadow's also really honest. So I would be like, this is probably before when I was streaming, but I like to experiment with like new things and test it to see if I can do it.
Do you have like the Soma thing where you just like, you try different ingredients and like he's just your test dummy?
Oh no, not like that. I'm not brave like that, but I would maybe like look for an interesting dish or dish that I've always wanted to try making, but it could be pretty complicated. So I'm like, oh, I'll play. I want to learn. I want to try this thing. And I'm in the kitchen for 4 to 5 hours, and I'm like, okay, I think it's okay, right? I think it's not too bad. Like, surely he'll realize that I've been slaving away at this fucking kitchen for 5 hours to have the decency to be like, oh, it's not too bad. You don't gotta be crazy about it. And then he goes like, oh, that's what you were working on for 5 hours? And I was like, yeah, do you like it? And he was like, I mean, you could have just made fried rice. I like fried rice. And I was like, you're missing the point, you fucking bitch ass. And then he just like, you spent 5 hours on this? And I was like, if you don't want to eat it, just don't fucking eat it and starve, bitch. Look,
men are simple creatures, you know. We're creatures of habit, you know. Sometimes you just want the same thing over and over.
Dude, you don't understand. I told Chat this story before, but it's been a while since I told it. This was when we were a little bit younger, but like I've moved out already, and he was visiting me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, you want to have like dinner? He's like, sure. And I wanted salmon, and he's not really a fish guy. He's only become a fish guy in Japan, so he's not a fish guy. And then he didn't ask me what was for dinner, and I didn't think to ask either. And then I was like, dinner's ready, and he's like, oh, salmon? And I was like, yeah, you want a dinner, right? He was like, you know I hate salmon. I was like, oh, sire, I'm so sorry. How dare I totally forget that you hate salmon. And I was like, bitch, eat it. You want a dinner? I made salmon. And he was like, you don't have anything else? I was like, I made salmon. What do you mean? But let me go check if I have pork, beef, chicken, lamb. Which one? And you eat it. And I was like, well, are you going to eat? He was like, no. And then he left.
Oh my God. Cold ass.
He didn't even fucking stay. I was literally flabbergasted. He welcomed himself into my home. Was like, yo, what's for dinner?
Yo, he's like, I'm gonna order Uber Eats actually.
And then goes like, oh, this is what you're offering me? You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. And then fucking leaves. And I'm over here like I try to like make the salmon with like a good seasoning, right? Like he likes mayo, so I put a little bit of mayo on his, and he was like, you know I hate salmon. And then he fucking leaves.
Oh man.
I'm gonna make sure he eats a dick in his ass next time. That's what I'm gonna do.
All the Giga Chaz in chat right now. Oh my God.
He's so fucking annoying, bro. Oh my God.